What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the only podcast on the internet where you're part of the chill session, part of the roto, so to speak. And today, joining us in our circle is good old Roger.
What's going on, everyone?
And Apollo God, the motherfucking sun.
Hello, everybody.
And we have a very special episode for you guys. We have a superhero-filled episode. We're reviewing not only Batman vs. Superman, but the Season 2 of Daredevil.
Oh, double feature.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, for these big releases, we're just going to start off with a non-spoiler review at the beginning of the show. But for those of you who have already seen the movie, stay tuned, because at the end we're going to talk full spoilers, balls to the wall.
Everything on the table.
Yeah, everything
Basically,
on the
it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match, and the referee's just knocked out. Like, there's just no one there.
Yeah, no one's there. Everything's going down.
Brutal street fight.
So yeah, personally for me, I was very excited for Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, God.
When it was
you're
first
probably
announced.
the only one.
I was excited as a mother. I
Yeah.
don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah. No, it's been
How
getting...
can anyone be excited after seeing the whole plot leaked in the trailer?
That
That,
was
No.
not even the whole plot.
that was the main plot. They
Oh.
put down the main plots in there.
Basically, it's been getting hate ever since it was announced. When it was first announced, people were hating on it because, where's Man of Steel 2? I was like, Man of Steel's still going to get a sequel.
Jesse Eisenberg, good choice.
No, yeah, then
Lex
Jesse
Luthor.
Eisenberg, people were also talking shit about Ben Affleck.
I was defending him because
I was
especially
iffy about
after you told me he was also gonna get help like like behind the scenes and like directing and stuff like that.
I actually
like,
loved Ben Affleck a lot more than I thought I would.
Ben Affleck was probably the best part of the whole movie, to be honest.
and that's why I hear a lot. Most people say too that it was really Batman that was holding the show or holding the movie, and this movie was supposed to be a Superman like spin-off or sequel or whatever to the Man of Steel.
It was definitely more focused on Batman.
I know, and
Yeah,
that's
which
what's
was awesome.
But that's the problem. That's like one of the few problems I have. It's like they feel like they had there was like a lot of pacing issues. I felt like they had to put in so many different plot details in the condensed 2.5-hour movie instead of just getting a little bit more backstory maybe just to help solidify. I don't know, just to have more time building character development, especially between Batman versus Superman, and it just felt like it was the main part of the movie is Batman versus Superman, and the fight lasts 5-10 minutes, and Superman doesn't even want to fight Batman. He's kind of just like strong-armed into without spoiling into anything, so it's kind of not even a personal vendetta fight as they kind of made it out to be, and that was just one of my main details. I thought this movie was actually kind of all over the place, and I felt like they really had a hard time, especially establishing Superman's relationship with Lois Lane and making her relevant especially near the second half of the movie. But I mean, other than it being a really visually strong movie, and it was still cool to see Batman versus Superman fighting and all that. I still think it's an enjoyable movie flick, but that's not really saying much.
I thought that the hating-ass reviews out there for Batman vs. Superman were all just complete bitches, and they probably didn't deserve to see the movie in the first place, because it was actually super sick. I thought the story was interesting, definitely way more interesting than anything DC's ever done before movie-wise.
You mean
besides cartoons, like some of them cartoon movies are sick.
Oh, like
yeah.
Flashpoint and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say Flashpoint's a better movie than this whole movie.
But yeah, the action was on point. Ben Affleck as a super dark Batman.
I
He
like
did
the
a great
Batman
job.
costume. The costume for Batman was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
his costume and all his gear looked super fucking sick.
Someone said
It
he
was
was
great.
built like a gorilla. Like almost.
It was gorilla-like.
He was just so ripped beyond belief.
Yeah, dude, Ben Affleck's fucking ripped.
And I liked his new voice changer instead of having having a really deep raspy voice like Christian Bale or whatnot.
Yeah, it's like
Even though he
robot
did
voice
try,
thing.
yeah, it did make sense to make a voice changer, in order to make you more, I don't
That's
know,
cool.
scary.
But yeah, stay tuned for our non-spoiler review at the end of this show.
Moving on to cinematic news, we have recent rumors going around that are pretty much confirmed that the new Indiana Jones movie is going to be released in 2019, and that Harrison Ford and Steven Spielberg are supposed to be back at the helm. Harrison Ford is going to be even more old as fuck, so I want to see how well that's going to turn out to be. And then we have former Crystal Skull writer David Coed or something, who also wrote Jurassic Park 1 and 2, as well as Spider-Man 1, the one with Tobey Maguire. But like I said before, he also was behind Crystal Skull, which is one of the one Indiana Jones movie I did not see, just because everyone else told me it was really
I
really
saw it,
shit.
Unfortunately, just because my dad wanted to see it a million times.
And I saw the nuclear bomb scene like on YouTube or whatever, where he escaped from it from being in a refrigerator. I'm like, that's beyond bullshit and retarded. That it didn't get me so immersed into it.
The only defense I'll give him, but even though it's kind of iffy because of Jurassic Park 1 and 2, Jurassic Park 1 was awesome, 2 was eh.
2 was meh, but it wasn't too bad.
So his record's okay.
Could have been worse.
But the defense I give him and Spielberg about Crystal Skulls, they both said they were like very dedicated to the movie George Lucas wanted to make. They're trying to point the blame to him, but I'm not sure who's actually behind it.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy, I guess.
What was one of the main concerns for people that really didn't like the movie? You saw it, though, Homer, so...
There's a lot of
like the
bad
alien
things.
Oh, really? Shia LaBeouf, was he any good?
No, Shia LaBeouf was a problem. They tried to make him into the new Indiana Jones in the movie. Not
no
good.
one wanted to accept it, not even Stevens. You never
The
thought
infamous nuke scene you brought up. There's also an infamous scene where him and Shia LaBeouf are swinging through the vines like fucking monkeys. And then,
because an old man like Harrison Ford could just go through them.
And then I do like the twist ending with the aliens, but they just did it bad, so... I don't know, it was just a terrible, terrible movie, man.
I wonder what relic they're going to bring back for the new
Especially
one.
when the first three I really enjoyed as a kid.
Gotcha.
Not good.
Did John Williams do a score in that one?
Yeah, I think he did. He did all of them.
Is he going to also get a comeback for...
I hope so,
I
especially
don't think I
because
found anything about that.
This is Harrison Ford's last one, probably, because he's so old.
I don't blame him, and he probably is tired of doing similar... Like if he was tired with Star Wars, I gotta be assuming he's gonna be tired.
No, that's the thing. He's saying he's not tired of Indiana Jones.
Really? Wow, I didn't know he was that into it.
He prefers Indiana Jones over Han Solo a lot.
Wow, really?
Yeah, dude, you can look up a lot of
He prefers the intellectual, not the smuggler. Like, oh wow. Okay, I mean, to each their own.
And I wonder how they're gonna pass the torch, because I think they're gonna try to make this a way to pass the torch to someone other than Shia LaBeouf. Maybe Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he's the only one that would actually kind of come close. But I can't see him like. Well,
I'd rather see Chris Pratt.
They probably don't want him to
Nathan
be
Drake.
I was gonna say I just can't see him teaching or anything like that. But I'm like, maybe they won't make him like be a teacher. He'll just be like a rogue archaeologist. Even though that sounds really boring.
Another thing that's hilarious about this is they're basically just scrapping Indiana Jones 5. I meant Indiana Jones 4, Crystal Skull.
It just never happened. Wow.
Yeah, the alien thing never happened.
I kind of respect that for people who would go out of their way. I just feel bad for the actors who were in it. I feel like they feel like discarded, like forgotten.
And I guess like they moved forward from the Nazis to like the Cold War or something.
That's more interesting.
And
We've had a lot of times
but they're
Nazis.
moving back to the Nazis.
Really?
Rather than the Cold War. Yeah, because...
But Indiana Jones is older.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless, like, they're... Okay.
I don't know.
It's just like Wolfenstein.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow, man.
Oh, coming from you guys who can't get into fantasy movies.
I like fantasy. I'm looking forward to Warcraft.
Oh, very good. I thought you were still iffy about it.
No, I'm the only thing I'm iffy is if they focus too much on the human story, it could be kind of...
It's gotta be
Human
split
story is
half-half.
usually boring.
Yeah. No, I'd say 60 to 70% orcs.
They probably would just to make you care about them. Because most people are like, anyone who doesn't look like us, we don't trust them. The American way.
You don't trust them orcs, there.
They're like apes on steroids and they have consciousness.
Hell yeah.
Even...
It's a film called Ready Player One, based off of a book by Steven Spielberg.
This is a book I've been wanting to actually get into.
It's coming out in 2017, and it's based off a dude named Aidan Murrow, and he creates a virtual reality program called Oasis, and stuff happens. I don't know that much more about it, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Doesn't it just give you Sword Art Online?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I thought you watched that before.
I've
especially.
never seen that.
Oh, I know your sister has, so I just assume you naturally probably got her into it for some reason.
I didn't know what that is even.
Oh,
I thought it was a video game.
No. Well, it is now actually. No, it's based off an anime where people are. I showed Homer it a few.
Pretty nice. Basically, you're going to a virtual reality game, then you find out you can't come out, and then
Oh my God.
If you die in the game, like
you die in real life.
the virtual reality will fry your brain.
That's fucked up.
I know, right? But
You must survive.
it's kind of giving me a little bit of Tron mixed in with Sword Art Online sort of feel.
I know, and having a nerd like Simon Pegg, and apparently
Yeah, Simon Pegg. I watch anything he's in. Anything.
the creators of the virtual reality are like the villains, so that could be pretty interesting. Plus, seeing
That'd be
Steven
more
Spielberg behind this.
That'd be more like Sword Art Online, like the main programmer behind is the villain.
Yeah. Plus, I hear the book's really good too, so a lot to look forward to. I might actually check out the book before it comes out in theaters in
I was
2017.
gonna say I did that for Maze Runner. I'm glad I read the book for Maze Runner instead.
Is 11/22/63 also Steven Spielberg?
Um,
Or am I on crack?
no, Abrams produced it. No.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
The
No,
say.
I meant the book.
Oh, that's Stephen King.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oopsie.
I can see why.
Similar
A
names.
different Stephen.
But it's coming out 2017.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm actually pretty pumped, especially because Spielberg's one of the most famous directors out there.
And it's good timing too to bring out a lot of VR topics onto display, especially around that time when it's get released. We're gonna have Oculus, we're gonna have the Vive, which is already out, and then PlayStation VR, which is coming out this October. So, but we'll get more on PlayStation VR on a later topic.
Oh, yes, yes. Moving on in our next piece of movie news. As you know, A Why the Last Man movie has been trying to get off the ground for a while now through New Line Cinema. It's a story about all mammals with a Y chromosome die out.
So,
Jesus Christ.
males die because we have Y chromosomes.
Except for this one escaped artist named Yorick Brown. And his pet monkey also are the only living things with the Y chromosome.
Oh, that's adorable. How big? Wait, is it like a big monkey or like a small monkey?
It's
Huge
like a
monkey.
chimp type thing.
Ooh, so it can like whoop his ass?
Yeah, and basically like the whole country, like the whole world goes into chaos because like planes crash, like everyone just dies suddenly.
Yeah, it's just like a...
Now it's like a
Day after
dystopia,
tomorrow feel.
and mankind's facing extinction and stuff. And it's like a 66 miniseries put out by Image Comics. It's highly raved, and it just landed 10 Cloverfield Lane director Dan Trachtenberg.
Oh, nice.
And if you guys remember our review, I was very pleased with the directing. So with this source material, I think this could be really good.
Oh, I think in the right hands, and I think he's probably a good person to fit that part. I actually have faith in him.
It sounds very fascinating. Once again, I might read this before the movie comes out. Fascinating, all the Y chromosomes
It's
in
from
the
Image?
world die. Yeah,
And they usually have really cool artwork styles, so I mean, it'd be really cool to probably get into that.
yeah. Get more into the more indie comics. Get the movies.
Sounds like an interesting bit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see who's gonna be cast as the pet monkey.
Before we gotta know, is it gonna be Bubbles from Michael Jackson's Ranch?
I hope so.
Anyway, guys, we have to get through a lot of trailer because there's a lot of trailer news.
Trailers of the week.
First one that we got is Sausage Party, which is created by Seth Rogen and is also stars people like James Franco, as you would expect,
Jonah Hill.
Bill Hader,
A lot of people in that group of friends.
yeah.
But
And-
that one interesting name was Edward Norton.
oh yeah, and
Yeah,
Edward
yeah.
Norton randomly.
I want to see what food he plays, like quesadilla or something.
Yeah, I know. I don't know
I
what I
wanna
would.
see it.
He's really thin, so I'm assuming it's celery.
An evil like
Maybe
celery
no
or
one.
something.
Yeah, maybe no one wants to eat him because he's so like super thin and it just doesn't taste as. I don't know. Doesn't
Celery
taste really well.
sucks.
Yeah.
Celery is a
It burns
wonderful
fat.
treat.
It burns fat.
Assholes.
But it does burn fat, so
But
take it as it worth.
it's but at first, like, especially with the music, like starting off in the trailer makes you think it's like this like fun, go happy thing, and I thought it was gonna be like this adult humor in a childhood like movie. Like I thought it was gonna be like a different approach, like for Seth Rogen to appeal to a different audience, maybe. And then when the music just changed abruptly when the potato gets skinned off like the cow he
Gets
is.
murdered.
The poor Irishman, the one minority.
Dude, I picture the way they came up with this movie. They were like watching Toy Story, something really stoned. They're like, "What if we made like a rated R movie with like food?"
You know, I was dying when the food and we're thinking that the humans were gods. Like, oh, the creators.
We've been chosen.
We've been
They're
chosen.
taking him away.
It makes sense. They
It's
get
like the
created
claw
by
in
them.
Toy
Oh
Story.
my god. And then they see their whole world crashing down. I wonder how it's gonna be. Like, are the food gonna eventually kill the humans in their home or whatever?
Yeah, where's the plot gonna go?
They
down
could
the
really
line?
go dark in it instead of
Especially because it's rated R. And the trailer tells you right away it's R because they say the F-bomb like 10 times.
Yeah,
in the trailer.
exactly. So you never know where they actually could go.
What if the food ends up eating the people?
Oh my
That's a
god.
twist ending. I mean, I'm pretty much pleased with almost every movie James Franco and Seth Rogen's done together, so
Yeah, they're
Seem
usually
to-
fucking hilarious.
same doing an animation. I'm very excited, especially Bill Hader. I'm a big fan of him too.
Danny McBride, hilarious.
Yeah,
I actually just haven't seen enough of Bill Hader. Only a few comedy sketches here and there.
Yeah.
So far, I think he's decent.
Next trailer we talking about is Silicon Valley Season 3 trailer.
Ooh,
Hot mama.
the highly anticipated.
And that mother is coming out April 24th, and I'm super freaking excited because the first two seasons were hilarious and interesting, and
I was-
everything by Mike Judge is.
yeah. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised because I love Mike Judge so much, but the show just didn't appeal to me at first. So it took me a while to actually watch it, but once I did, I was
No.
so pleasantly
Yeah, me
surprised.
too.
People have described the show to me so many times by like a group of nerds, like trying to make like a company and stuff like that. And immediately I just thought Big Bang Theory. I was like, not my thing.
Yeah,
Big
that's
Bang
what I was
Theory
afraid of.
Sucks.
And so, it like really deterred me quite a bit. And then when you
This is what
guys
Big Bang
recommended it
Theory
to me,
should
I
be.
had to submit. And you guys, you said there were only first two seasons, and I was like, thank God, it's not gonna be like Breaking Bad where I had to go through like 4 seasons in
To
like
catch
1
up.
week. So I didn't have to like binge through that much. But I just want to know. I just want fucking Pied Piper. Just the
Pie.
I,
Especially after the cliffhanger ending of season 2, we're finally going to see it lay out. Because the trailer didn't tell us too much. It just showed us the new owner, which was Sammy Jenkins from Memento.
yeah,
Remember
no,
Sammy
Steven
Jenkins?
Tobolowsky or Toskowski.
Yeah.
Toblerone.
No, I just want Richard and Eric Bachman just to get Pied Piper their shit together. I hate how I feel like the
He's
main,
a fucktard.
yeah, the main shareholder, the company, the shareholder company or whatever, that bitch that tries to act like socially awkward, like conniving
She's
genius
just
woman.
annoying.
Like she's just annoying as fuck. And her reasoning to take out Richard off as like the main owner and leader of Pied Piper is just go, you're too rich to handle this whole thing. I'm like, bitch, that comes with the territory when you create this
Kind of
product.
true. He's been fucking it up though.
He has been
He's an
fucking
idiot.
it up.
Yeah.
If anything, you should probably have Jared or whoever run the company, since he's the one that's been
Fuck
helping. No, he needs to
Jared's-
have a happy ending.
Jared's pretty hilarious in the show, but I don't want him
Yeah,
running
I
the
just
company.
love Zach Woods playing his socially awkward roles.
I think it's hilarious. And honestly, the trailer didn't give us too much of the funny jokes, but I feel like a lot of jokes need to be in context because it's a lot of slower humor.
I was
Yeah.
saying at the very end, it was the second time I viewed it, but it was the second time I really paid attention more. I was I really didn't learn anything that's gonna happen about this season, and you guys were like, well, that's fine, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm almost surprised that I forgot trailers don't have to reveal shit anymore.
And the trailers don't have to spoil the whole ending.
Yeah.
So if anything, I'm still just as hyped, if not more hyped, for Silicon
Me
Valley.
too.
Just made it more relevant again. It's just like,
I'm staying hyped.
And you best believe we're planning, hopefully we get off the ground, an after show for this bad boy. in
especially when
April.
you have
Oh,
T.J.
yeah.
Miller and the guy who plays Richard Thomas Middleton or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder.
Like, them being in the Bud Light or alcohol commercials like probably help like.
Yeah,
spread
plus
the
T.J.
word.
Miller being in Deadpool.
Oh yeah, Deadpool recently, which I don't know how I didn't notice that was him.
Dude, I wonder if they're gonna have any Deadpool jokes and
Oh yeah, references
That'd be
randomly.
awesome.
But speaking of comic books, moving on to our next trailer, it was for X-Men Apocalypse, the second trailer we've gotten. And I gotta say, I thought it was a big step up from the first trailer. We got to see a lot more of Apocalypse, which was a plus for me.
The music was pretty cool too.
Oh, the music
I
was
thought it
dope.
was perfect.
It was very intense.
Just like the Days of Future Past trailer, the music for that also sold me. And speaking of Days of Future Past, it's going to have the same director, same writer, so I'm really pleased because Days of Future Past is like in my top 5 comic book movies ever. I loved it that much. And I think X-Men Apocalypse can just top it because I know the comic book story, there's a lot of pull from, especially with the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
And I like that Storm is going to be one
I
of the
know
Horsemen.
Storm is a perfect one to have. Like,
And we get the
she gets an
classic-
upgrade, right? If she becomes a 4 Horseman.
Yeah, I think she gets some extra
She's
powers.
already powerful as it is.
And we get the 90s style mohawk.
Oh, I love it. She
which
looks
is
good.
tight. And then isn't Magneto the other one? And then you
Yeah.
get Angel's the third one.
Yeah, which is cool because you see him in the third movie, like,
But,
and he's
yeah.
nowhere near like as cool as they make him
And
out
they're
to be.
hoping to redeem him and Nightcrawler's in this one.
But he's not gonna be.
Yeah, he's not a horseman.
Okay, good. I was
Sorry.
gonna say it'd be cool if he did.
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
get, like a power
But
up.
I'm just happy he's back because he was kick-ass in X-Men 2. Then
Yeah,
he just
and
disappears.
I don't know why. I think there had to be like back like deal like bitching
Yeah.
going around with like maybe the actor.
Copywriter maybe
Yeah,
something.
I don't know.
Bastards. Whatever reason it was, bastards.
Yeah, bastards. So I'm happy to see him back.
He
And-
looks very different though than what we saw.
Yeah,
in,
he looks younger because
his hairstyle is definitely different. It's kind of longer, more punky.
yeah, I'm hoping they do him justice.
Which actually is kind of how he was viewed in the cartoon X-Men, if you can recall. Like he was kind of more like
yeah, I remember.
the punk that said the one-liners and shit, like the really awkward, like the humorous one.
And Quicksilver's coming back, which is really cool because Quicksilver was my favorite parts of Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah, especially it got more intense every time they keep showing Quicksilver because like it really intensifies when it shows like Quicksilver like with a really worried face moving really really fast. It makes you wonder what is he running
Yeah.
from. It scares me. And then like him moving through like explosions like around the whole surrounding. It was just really cool.
And the only way to describe this movie, it just looks epic to me, man. I think it's going to be intense.
Yeah, I especially liked hearing Apocalypse's voice. Like,
Yeah,
especially-
his voice is really menacing.
But I still don't like the way he looks. He looks really weird blue. Like why?
It
He's
looks
robotic.
better than the original image we got, I think.
They made it seem like when
He
I
doesn't
looked him
look-
up,
he
he's
doesn't
supposed to be
look like-
robotic. Like I'm like, why is he?
He
like,
doesn't, at least he
blue?
doesn't look
He
like
looks
I.
better than the guy from Fantastic Four, at least.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, with
And he-
the paper
and,
plaster.
and I still think he looks better than
Uh,
Doomsday.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman.
the cave troll from Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. Batman got killed from a cave troll.
So it could be a lot worse, I think. But it could still be better. You're right. Oh yeah, but that bad boy is hitting theaters May 27th, and you better believe we're reviewing that bad boy.
Motherfucker.
Just believe.
Another cool trailer that was released is that I'm excited for, and I think I'm the only one that can vouch for this.
gives a fuck?
Game of Thrones trailer for season 6, and a lot of motherfuckers give a fuck.
I'm not talking shit. I just haven't seen it.
I'm talking shit.
But basically throughout the trailer, like they first off showing you the ending for season 5, which I don't want to say for you guys,
Or our
especially
viewers.
yeah, or viewers say. So, and it was a really weird and seemed to come out of nowhere, like really a climactic ending. It was really cool. And then
I
they
don't get why people watch Game of Thrones.
because it's a very good, politically awesome, fantasy-driven like drama that takes form based on like history of like Earth.
Lots of weird incest scenes and the occasional bout of violence is what I've gathered.
I've seen a lot of decapitations.
Why do people get excited for Better Call Saul? People would say.
I like Better Call Saul.
I know.
I wonder that myself. They've been really slow this season. Some episodes.
This season has been iffy for me.
But throughout the trailer, though, it was really cool because they showed off civil unrest within King's Landing, the capital of Westeros. And it shows that she's not even Queen region, where it shows Cersei trying to retake the city back from like the city's like outcasts and like low class people that converted to like a very radical religion and shit like that. So it kind of, and she showcased that she wants she'll have blood in the streets and shit like that. So it's gonna showcase, especially from what happened in season 5, which I cannot say too much. What happened to her with these religious relics? It makes you wonder how far she's gonna take it, especially for revenge.
Do you think the chick that plays Captain Phasma is gonna have a big?
Oh no, she's gonna, yeah. Especially in season 5, she didn't do shit. She was waiting for a candle to be lit in all of season 5, and it was boring as fuck. And she was pissed off about it too, the actress. And in this one, she seems like she's gonna have more of a prominent role, especially what happens to Sansa Stark at the end of season 5 when she escapes from Winterfell. So, and how she wants to rescue her and stuff. And it was really cool because like in season 4, she fights and defeats one the strongest knights out there in Westeros, in a really cool badass battle. And it was one of the stuff that you would see from Troy, and it was just really interesting just seeing her just not really doing anything for a season and a half. But I'm overall very excited. I think everyone else should be excited for Game of Thrones. It's coming out April 24th, and people just want to have a fix, any sort of trailer to show them what's going on. Yeah. And I honestly can't wait. I feel like every season just keeps getting postponed longer and longer each year.
Why isn't anything coming out April 20th?
Oh yeah, the good day.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude, speaking of which, are we having a 420 special, niggas? Maybe we should.
You best believe.
Gonna get real big.
I'll be very disappointed.
Next trailer in this trailer apocalypse we're talking about up in here is for the movie Green Room, starring Patrick Stewart, and this he's acting in a way I've never seen this guy act before, and I love it.
He doesn't have a British accent for once, and he has a deep Southern accent.
Basically, this band's on the road. They get trapped in some torture house, and there's these people,
Green Room.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, the band just goes to a gig, and they were just happy to get a gig, and then it just turns out
no gig for you.
Nope, no gig.
Said you get creepy
torture house.
Patrick Stewart. Dude, I'm so excited to see Patrick Stewart take on this role, kind of like how John Goodman took on a role in Cloverfield.
He never ages too, and he still looks like he still play really awesome, younger, than the age he is, more prominent roles.
He is eternal.
And for him to be a leader of a group of torturers is just kind of weird, and it kind of upsets me in a good way. In a good way.
I almost said torture me, Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart, please. But I've been hearing this is getting a lot of buzz from film festivals, so I'm really excited.
Wow.
The only thing I'm fearful of is I'm afraid there's gonna be a lot of gore in it, and I'm not a big fan of gore.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of gore either.
But torture porn.
I was a fan of The Witch, and I also got really high praise at film festivals. I thought it was a pretty good, decent, tension-filled movie.
Yeah. Hoping for the same from this, especially with Patrick Stewart, like we were saying. Fingers crossed. We're probably going to review it April 15th, a couple weeks from now. Double feature that shit.
So much stuff coming out in April.
We'll probably double feature that with Ratchet and Clank. What a weird double feature that would be.
Oh god, Ratchet and Clank. Oh god, especially seeing the humor from Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried. But I'll see it. Fuck it.
I'm hopeful for the video game, not the movie.
Let's watch Ratchet and Clank second, so that way I'm not crying myself to sleep.
Yeah, true. I agree.
And the last trailer we checked out this week was for the latest trailer, Lego Batman.
The Lego movie we never asked for.
Yeah. Basically, Lego movie caught me by surprise. I was very pleased with it.
God, everyone was surprised. It was one of the most visually astounding movies I've seen in terms of like stop motion or cinema.
Plus, it was just a really fun time to watch. This, however, looks like the exact opposite. I feel like I'm going to be worried seeing this, and I'm going to be worried for a good reason. It didn't look funny at all, dude.
Yeah.
I was telling Homer and Apollo this. I was like, what made Batman good in Lego Movie was that he was like a side character that said really good few but quality one-liners and jokes or stuff based on the superhero colleagues he was around with or based on the story plot and whatnot. But having a whole movie based around him with that same personality and that same plot, or and that same style of humor, it just, I don't think it'll really do it for the audience as much as they expect it to be.
Yeah, and we were saying when we reviewed the Lego Movie last year, we think it's going to be a one-hit wonder, dude. I'm not sure how any of these sequels are going to go.
Yeah, I know. Unless they get tackled more in that deeper thought, like, or that special, like, Toy Story-esque ending with Will Ferrell being...
Oh, yeah. I mean, Lego Movie 2 has potential, but we're getting Lego Movie Ninjago and Batman Lego Movie before we get Lego Movie 2.
Oh, good.
So I think those two might bomb Lego Movie
before...
Yeah,
exactly, and they won't have the money to, like, make it quality ever. Oh, God.
Not like this.
Or we could have a Minion situation where it sucks but still makes so much money.
Still, what have we done?
I mean,
I saw my niece. I was babysitting them the other day at their house, and I saw that they had a magnet in the corner of the fridge on the opposite side where you rarely see it. It was a Minion thing.
Oh,
I
no.
threw it in the garbage.
Yep. Throw it out.
Without the loan. It wasn't used for anything.
Society.
So I figured it was garbage.
I'm sure this movie's gonna make a lot of money with the Batman recognition and how good the first one was. But this trailer just did not do it for me. The only way I could see it being good is if they make the villains funny. Like if they do something funny with the Joker or Bane or something.
They did a Joker in a funny way. It would have to be in a creative funny, not just like Jack Nicholson ridiculousness.
No, yeah, it's gotta be...
Oh, no, I wouldn't say Jack Nicholson. The one from Adam West was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's the only way I could see this movie being good. But from this trailer, I'm not pleased. Like you're saying, the bit they showed us in the trailer was them eating a sandwich.
Yeah, and he was waiting for 10 seconds for a micro. Like
a
he
lobster.
was heating up a lobster. He was heating up a lobster. He decides later he deserves to have a lollipop right after that. And then before he heats up for the lobster, we saw him taking off his clothes.
Hilarious.
Grade A shit, and that took up like literally probably half that trailer, like at least.
It wasn't funny or interesting at all, and it was just like, okay.
So
milking the fucking Batman versus Superman thing.
Maybe they're not trying to show the grade A like humor jokes, and maybe I could be wrong.
I don't think I was wowed with the Lego Movie trailer either, so it could be one of those situations.
Yeah, true.
But I'm doubtful at this point.
Only time can tell at this point.
Yeah, we'll probably review that shit. It's coming out sometime in 2017.
I'll survive without that movie.
Double feature. Earlier this week, we saw the newest Netflix original for Pee Wee Herman's Big Holiday.
Again, the sequel everyone never has for.
And if you remember our trailer review, we were not too happy seeing this. Honestly, I didn't even want to watch it. Steven pretty much just put it on.
It was starting, so we just watched it, and it was just, oh my god.
And from beginning to end, it's filled with nothing but what the F moments.
Nothing but what the F moments.
Like the very beginning.
I've never seen this, so I'm just
It's
here.
not funny. You will
not
not
funny.
laugh.
It's not what the F in a good way. It's just like, why?
You might laugh at it, but you're not gonna like find it like genuinely funny. Like
basically, the intro to this movie, Pee Wee's having a dream where he meets an alien, and this alien is the ugliest, strangest looking thing I've ever seen. I feel like they try to make like an E.T. type thing, but it's just so strange and ugly looking. I was just like, what? And at first I didn't know it was a dream, so I thought this was really happening.
Yeah, I thought that was what was happening.
You're like, it's Pee-wee.
I thought they literally were just going that off the wall with it, because in the trailer they have him falling from the sky with an umbrella, so...
Whoa!
So I thought they were just going with it.
They're going earnest with it now.
They're trying to make what made Ernest great, but they're just making it way worse.
Fucked up way bad. Plus,
But-
on top of that, he's got this whole homosexual relationship.
No, yeah,
Really
Apollo.
homosexual
But
relationship.
before we get to that, I was just gonna say, after the intro, they just completely forget the Pee Wee canon from the first movie.
God, no, this film is non-canon.
Yeah,
because
They
it's
make
just wrong.
they make obvious claims from the first movie. They're like, "I've never left town. The whole movie
Impossible.
was you
He's
leaving
left
town."
He's left town a million times.
And like
that
the-
was still in the district of the town, dude.
No, he goes to Alamo. He goes,
He goes
all
to
over
Hollywood.
US.
He gets a movie made about him.
And in the
his
first movie, he
adventures.
has no hesitation. He just leaves town. At the beginning of this movie, he's so afraid to leave town
Suddenly
for no
there's this
reason.
weird stigma against leaving Fairville or whatever the fuck it's
What?
called.
People can never
Yeah.
leave here.
And suddenly his bike's gone. He's driving some
Yeah,
toy
I
car.
was gonna say that was the kicker for me. It was just they didn't even mention or show his prized bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He would never
the
give
one
that
he
up.
fought over.
He
tooth
went across
and
the
nail.
country to get that mother.
But yeah,
The one where he had like half the town hostage in his basement.
then like Apollo was saying, we meet his companion, his homosexual partner.
He essentially
it's-
falls in love with him for
And
no
it's literally
explained
one of
reason.
those things where they try to hide it from the kids, but it's obviously in the script
Yeah,
that this
it's
is a
kinda
homosexual
like-
relationship. Because throughout the movie, like multiple times, like 4 or 5 times, they both have like fantasies about each other.
Yes,
Like
yes.
one's like a birthday party fantasy; they're jumping up and down together.
One they're both riding.
Isn't one like a pillow
ponies.
fight?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
the one's riding unicorns towards each
Yeah,
other.
Riding
And it's just very
unicorns towards each other.
homosexual type
Oh my
fantasies about each other.
At the end, they're like splitting 2 like root beer drinks.
Yeah,
in
root beer
in
floats.
a fort
Just
together.
Yeah. This guy builds Pee-wee a treehouse so they can hang out together.
Guys, you obviously
privately.
You guys never obviously had best friends.
No, like they're staring into each other's eyes and like
As they're
sucking
drinking.
on the straw like it was a
Yeah,
weed.
Pee-wee's legit just going up and down on that straw
Sucking it off, man.
as he's staring into this man's
Staring into
eyes.
this gorgeous man's eyes.
Like
Want-
this?
They both wanted it.
Gosh.
Like the
Alright.
kids just think, good friendship. But every single adult watching that's like, wow, they are just, they are absolutely gay. Not like how people claim SpongeBob and Patrick were gay from the original.
Yeah, they
SpongeBob.
had that
Like
real-
they were just actual best friends. This was absolutely gay. as fuck.
You can just
Almost.
make really funny comments that they were gay, and you can actually, there's enough evidence to make you think like that way.
Nah,
even
that
though
was
it's
the
meant
plot
for
to this
friendship.
No, this was beyond
Yeah.
friendship.
And
Pee-wee knows it.
I just gotta say, and they completely abandoned the Tim Burton weird humor, and they just go straight slapstick with it.
They go Ernest. It goes from Tim Burton to Ernest. I'm happy.
Oh god. And using our unique marijuana scale, where at the bottom of the bottom,
Resin.
where you scrape the resin out of your bowl, it's the black residue left
Only
over.
few people then.
Yeah. Only very few people would actually want to smoke this, and it gets you barely high for like 10 minutes.
That is what this movie is.
Moving on, we got mids, where it gets you your quick fix. You get kinda high. It's for some people out there. It's an okay movie. Then we got dank, where we think the movie's pretty good, pretty exceptional, and it gets you thoroughly baked for quite a while. Then, if it's out of this world, we got wax. It gets you so baked that the walls start melting around you, and you must see this movie right now. Leave your seat. And I can safely say that Pee Wee Herman has earned my first resin of the year.
Oh yeah, resin for sure.
It is an abomination of a film, and I don't want anyone to see it.
I want to watch it now more than ever.
I swore to myself that I would only see it again if I was high on crack. That's the only time it'd be worth seeing.
Good God.
I think I lost minutes of my life just watching that movie. I think it literally just killed my
Blame
soul
Steven
a little
for
bit.
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, damn you, Steven.
You had to
Damn
put it
you
on.
straight to hell.
And now our next review.
Man, talking about Daredevil season 2.
So much shit.
The review.
That was, it was really, really, really wicked. But to be completely honest with you, fellas, I didn't like it as much as season 1.
Oh, what was the problems with it, Paulo?
Honestly, it just, I felt a little bit more repetitive action-wise and a little bit slower story-wise. The Punisher was really cool, but I didn't love him as much as Wilson Fisk. Like, I found his
No, I
story in
agree.
season 1 so interesting and shit, especially with his hot-ass girlfriend or whatever.
And I agree with you too. Punisher is my favorite part of this. Well, one of my favorite
yeah.
parts. But my absolute favorite episode of the season is the Kingpin in the jail episode.
Yeah.
It's definitely probably up there for me. See, I kind of really like the Punisher a little bit more, like as a personality wise, more than Wilson Fisk. He felt more like slightly human, especially when he has like the philosophical debates with.
Dude, that whole episode where they're on the rooftop that whole time, that was a great episode too.
And like him and Daredevil clash within the first or second episode. So
that was a great way to start.
I didn't expect that like to come off, but it seemed kind of weird. It seemed pretty obvious that like they want to introduce Elektra and the Punisher, and they're like, okay, we'll just split the season half and half. Like, for like the first like 5 episodes is literally like Punisher like taking down the Punisher, and then like bringing him to trial and stuff like that. And then like the second half of the season, it focuses on Elektra. She comes out and over, and her relationship with Matt Murdock and stuff like that, how it unfolds, and it talks about the greater scheme, things like the black sky and stuff like that.
And honestly, I gotta say, that's what dragged me down this season. I didn't care as much about Elektra's story, and I felt like towards the end it got too weird.
Even though like it was supposed to be like a crucial part to the ending.
Yeah,
at the end, you are the black sky.
Like, I didn't hate it per se. I just thought it was okay, especially compared to the Punisher story going on.
I
was
Nobu.
more interested in that.
Nobu was pretty cool.
Tight.
I like him as a villain. How he just he just meditates and he just regenerates from any wound until
bringing him back.
Stick takes him out for good.
I love Stick. He's a crazy old.
I love
man.
how
he gets fucked.
I love how they bring Stick back, but at the same time, it's kind of weird how he's affiliated with this organization.
Yeah, he seemed to come out of nowhere at the right time, like when Elektra and Daredevil need him the most.
Yeah. But although I didn't really care for Elektra's storyline, I thought it was just okay. I really did like the chick playing her.
I thought she did a good job. Yeah, I thought she did a good job as well.
And
she seemed too conflicted though, like too easily. Like they make it seem like she's like a psychopath that needs to like, kill people constantly. She can't like live a normal life.
Even as a child, she couldn't control it.
I mean, kind of the black.
You can kind of point that point of view for like Spider-Man and stuff. He always has to fight crime or like superheroes that need to like release their hatred onto like criminals and stuff like that in some weird way, form of justice. Like people have done it before, but to her, they could have done it better.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And Apollo, I'm surprised you didn't bring this up. The Spider-Man 2 treatment they're giving Daredevil, where he keeps losing his powers a little bit.
Oh no, my powers are disappearing for no explained reason.
No, wait, why did they say his powers are
No, just a couple times. Well, they never said it. Just a couple times where he couldn't hear properly and stuff.
What do you mean?
Because of head damage.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Wait, so...
Like mid-season.
No way. When did they say that?
It was like Spider-Man 2
Dude,
treatment.
it happened several times. Have you not watched
What
this,
are you talking about? When he's fighting the ninjas, he can't hear heartbeats.
Yeah, and that's the only reason Punisher caught him originally is because his head started buzzing and like he couldn't see anything, and then he got his ass beat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that makes sense a little bit. He may look like he can see, but he literally is relying on sonar, and it's like if its head is ringing and stuff like that, then yeah, I can see why it would cause kind of a bit of a problem. Your ears are like to the side of your brain.
No, yeah. I'm just saying they did it like multiple times throughout the season.
Well, yeah, but
like
when he's fighting the
times.
ninjas, they're ninjas. They learn how to run without making sound, jump without making sound. They're like the perfect enemy against him. And they learn how to fight without making sound.
That would have been perfect, but then they changed it at the end of the season. I won't say how, but because that'd be a spoiler.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
They kind of ruined it for me just a little.
Really? See, I didn't mind it too much. I don't know. I made them like a really prominent threat
I just
compared to like the Foot from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I just think it would have been cooler if they legit did just like control their heartbeat. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think that would have been better.
Yeah, I know. I thought it really didn't hit me until like the second last episode. That was like most of the reason. I thought it was just that one guy. Like for some reason, I didn't think that it was like all of them.
Yeah.
Except for like Nobu.
But yeah, once again, using our unique marijuana scale, I'm gonna have to give this season a dank plus.
You liked it for the most part that much?
Yeah, I really loved Punisher. Like I was saying, the action was off the chain. Especially, I think it was episode 2, the stair fighting scene when he was going down the stairs.
Oh yeah,
Punisher's action was awesome.
That was pretty intense.
Oh, the Punisher was brutal.
The hospital scene reminded me of Terminator.
Oh, it reminded me of Roger of Halloween, I remember.
Oh
he
yeah,
said,
yeah, when he's trying to get out of the when the woman's trying to get out of the hospital and stuff like that. It was
Run,
kinda,
bitch, run!
It was kind of tense. Yeah, I could when the Punisher's just slowly just creeping up on them with the shotgun.
And plus, I'm really pumped for Punisher season 3. However, I'm kind of not iffy about the upcoming show, Luke Cage.
Yeah,
I don't know how entertaining that could be, especially with Jessica Jones, which just got a mids rating for me.
yeah. No, I was gonna say especially when I kind of feel bad because like the actor has to deal with like having like one of the most cliche generic superpowers there is.
Yeah, super strength.
Yeah, unless like he knows like really cool kung fu moves or something like that. Just a
brute.
just a brute. Okay, that's fantastic. God damn
I
it.
just thought of a superhero that was like Hulk, but like instead of when he goes strong, he just gets angry.
See-
he gets retarded.
What?
Like, duh, he's really strong.
Dude,
When I heard the
That's
name,
the
I
only
thought he was
time he
gonna
can
be
be
a
strong.
Street Fighter character. It sounded like or from Mortal Kombat.
In this corner, the retard.
Derp. No, but before we move on, they got into the blacksmith a little bit, and we looked into the blacksmith lore, and basically he was obsessed with
Moon Knight.
They obviously abandoned that for Daredevil, but I really want them to do a Netflix Moon Knight show, man.
Yeah, they easily that would be really cool, especially since they did so that blacksmith is gonna be the prominent villain for season 3.
Yeah, bringing that Moon Knight, fingers crossed. I know they're
And
bringing...
and especially after reading Moon Knight, it was pretty cool learning his backstory.
I don't know who Moon Knight is.
Yeah, a lot of people don't because he's like a small guy, but he has some weird powers.
Yeah,
man.
he's just very
Weird, you say.
Yeah, it depends on
You
the
like
sequence
him.
of the moon.
Yeah, like at full moon, he's at his full power and stuff like that.
Yeah, it sounds... I think a Netflix
It's really
show,
interesting. I don't know.
a more mature theme would be really tight.
Yeah, I agree. But I would give this rating for this season probably just a solid dank. It was just the only reason that it got me from it ranking it any higher was mostly just because like you said, I really didn't care for what Matt Murdock and his secretary's like relationship going on. I thought it was actually kind of boring because it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. They should have just not included that.
She was pissed off at him like half the time, and then
Okay.
I was just telling him, I was like, just go with Electra. Just be with Electra.
I know, right?
They didn't
She
even...
was so much better for him in every way.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that too much, but you're completely right. They could just include that out.
But since he didn't, I just didn't care for their relationship too much that was going on. I mean, like, it made it seem like he's conflicted with her or his secretary or whoever. I'm just like, and he only confesses his feelings towards like the very end.
Yeah.
You know what he truly thinks about her without spoiling anything.
Truth.
Which is the only time I actually kind of cared, but it was at the very end. There was nothing at all like before that made me care too much. So it gets dank.
I would say dank. It's definitely better than mids. I couldn't give it a mids.
You can
but
give it a
it's
dank minus if you think it's not.
dank minus then.
You just
Especially
above
because the
low.
season finale, I didn't think it lived up to season 1 season finale, in my
Oh, yeah,
opinion.
no.
Yeah, the only thing that was kind of cool is they show off a new upgrade
for his
Daredevil
cane.
gets. Yeah, so that was really cool because I was
I
wondering
like
where.
it too.
I wish it was bigger though.
I like it.
I just wish it was slightly.
Yeah.
It's not like it can't be used as like a normal cane. I feel like it's
Unless,
not big enough.
unless it extends. I know in the comics of this cane, it might just be something separate in the show. I'm not sure.
But the costume I felt like got better.
Yeah, the helmet looked a little better.
I thought like the overall like layer of his torso was a little bit better. It looked more like something that seems reliable instead of just like whatever they had at the end of season 1. I felt.
Yeah, I feel like they took those criticisms to heart.
Lastly, we have random video game news relating to the PlayStation VR. We learned the other day we got a few more specs out regarding to the PlayStation VR and what you should expect upon your October purchase. It comes with a 5.7-inch 1080p OLED display, 100-degree field of view, 120 hertz refresh rate, which is great, and actually I think slightly better than the Vive. And it also comes with 50 games out at launch, which is actually,
That's
if
really
that
tight.
turns out to be very true, That's gonna be very cool. It's something that we didn't get with PlayStation 4 when it was released.
How
Yeah.
many porn games?
Yeah, exactly, right?
I want a lot.
But we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer for more bundles to come out for it because
Yeah, basically you could just get the headset for $400 or the $500 bundle.
if I get a $500 bundle and get everything I need, the 2 controllers and a camera, I'm down. I'm ready.
And a game.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's gonna be $500.
Yeah, and the game.
Throw in
Yeah,
a game.
they do have that one. They already know that
VR World or whatever it's
VR
called.
World is it's like the Wii Sports.
yeah, basically for the VR.
So
Wii Sports was bomb, man.
Dude, those specs are pretty nice, honestly, especially because focusing on the sound a lot.
I think they said you can use a Samsung. I could be wrong. On this. I'm like 50-50 on this. But on this website, I think they said you can use a Samsung Galaxy, like use one that's for VR. You can use it for a second display.
Holy shit.
I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
If not, I hear that it's the best VR to wear. It's definitely supposed to be more the casual, consumer-based product.
Especially with the price.
I was telling Apollo, I was like, it's like the Xbox One of this like generation of VRs. Like, it gets the job done.
Yeah. Gets the job done.
Especially if you get like maybe a PlayStation 4.5, it'll help up the maybe run the VR a little bit easier or better.
Plus run 4K gaming.
Yeah.
Which would be really sick in my opinion.
So that which actually might be a core reason why they even getting a 4.5 ounce maybe for the VR support.
And VR could change gaming forever, dude.
Yeah, and people are some are like very skeptical, but people were so surprised at how much the HTC Vive, how much it sold within the first hour it was released.
We're hungry for it.
15,000 sold, and that's like a $600, $700 product.
But
so
we were also hungry for the Wii, and look how that turned out.
True, but this doesn't seem
I
as much
think
of a
this is gonna be
gimmick
better.
as motion controls.
And I actually got to try it hands-on at C2E2 last year.
And,
It was
yeah,
really
especially
cool.
from the limited experience with the Insidious 3 or whatever demo of me just looking around the room I was in. That was just cool enough, and I felt like I there was no one watching me. Like I had to keep telling myself there's a woman monitoring me, so don't be too weird.
What if you just started screaming?
Well, I was going crazy. I was like, oh, the painting. And that was when it came and hit me. I was like, oh shit.
There's a girl in here.
Yeah.
Watching my every move.
And getting my feedback and shit.
I know.
But and they do praise that one of the 2 highest rated releases that they can't wait to show to the public is Valkyrie, which is like a space combat cockpit sort of VR, and that I cannot wait for. That's like my Star Wars fantasy come to life. Oh my god.
Seeing Star Wars VR would be orgasm.
And that was another thing
So
rumored. Oh, that's better than the Kinect. Kill me.
The Kinect one that barely worked.
Kill me. At least you have a Kinect and VR on, so it's a little bit better, and the move better be
and
a
just
lot
hearing
more
the
updated.
lightsaber beam up in those headsets.
I'm just getting too geeked out just thinking about it.
I know, we're going to keep you guys updated with all things VR.
Yeah, we're probably gonna see a lot more upcoming E3 or so.
Yeah, coming this
There are a
June.
few conventions probably coming up before that might show off more of the VR or maybe the NX.
Yeah,
We'll keep you posted.
we're going to have a whole E3 special. Because there's going to be a lot to talk about this year. Now we're going to end our show with our full in-depth spoiler discussion with Batman vs. Superman.
Woo!
Alright, so now we basically have to say everything we hated and everything we liked.
Yeah.
For me personally, the pros outweighed the cons.
Oh, fuck
But
yeah.
I'm not going to lie,
Explain.
I'm very aware of all the cons.
Yeah, I know you have. I showed you a few reviews
I know,
to
but
explain those.
just watching it. First off, we get our best Batman, in my opinion, yet. On screen, I should say.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, a little better, just a little bit.
Gotcha.
Just because, one, I think it's going to be more close to the comics. There was actually a Robin and all that. I love Christian Bale's Batman, but I think this has potential to be a lot better.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool
I think
that
so
they finally
too.
had a Robin suit.
I just feel like that's a lot to say before.
Plus,
like,
I
it
really
comes
love
out.
this new Alfred, too. because he's a lot more hands-on.
I do like the
Old
outfit.
Robert Downey Jr.
I just don't like the age of how he is. He seems literally like he's only 10 years older than Bruce, and I'm just like, so if he was 10 years old, he was like 16,
No.
like when he was like...
Yeah, that's true. I want to see some backstory on that. Plus, I really like
Alfred spinoff.
I really liked how they got Batman's origin out of the way, just opening credits.
Boom.
That was really smart, because we
Yeah.
did not need to see that
People
again.
really
Everybody
should just
knows.
know it by now.
Yeah.
Even me, I'd even, like, back in the day when I didn't even, like, get into comic books, I knew about Batman's story.
Batman and dead parents go together like
Yeah,
peanut
exactly.
butter and jelly.
Yeah, and like speaking of the intro, I really liked how the events at the ending of Man of Steel played into this movie. Like we got to see it from Ben Affleck's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool as fuck.
For the first, like, literally 15 minutes, it was a Batman movie, and then, like, it switched over to Superman bits, and then it went over to Batman a
Yeah.
little bit. It seemed like it was having a hard time. Like, that's when it started after the Batman bits.
It was like 3/4 Batman. Though.
I felt like it got choppy. I felt like it didn't know what movie
No.
it wanted to be.
Yeah, I'll get to the negatives in a second. But keeping on with positives, there was also a lot of great shots in this movie, like breathtaking shots. Like when Superman was out of space and getting revived by the sun, I thought that was an amazing shot.
Yeah.
The opening gun sequence I was talking about, great visuals.
I thought it's good to let the audience know the powers of Superman and stuff like that.
True, and it's canon that he could survive a nuke, so there's that. Then there's also an amazing soundtrack, I think. Although I didn't care too much for the Lex Luthor character, I really liked his theme, the orchestra music they played when he was doing his random, coked out things.
Oh, yeah, God, his shenanigans.
And I think this is the best on-screen Batman, not only Batmobile chase, but fight scene we've gotten so far. The warehouse scene.
He beat the
It's
fuck out of these dudes.
Oh yeah, the warehouse fight scene. Yeah, I thought you meant like when he fought Superman. I was like, I was gonna say, I thought the warehouse fight scene was a little bit more better, Corey.
And it was awesome to see Batman actually shooting people, just straight up fucking killing people for once.
It makes it so much
Yeah,
easier for him. But I feel like also
A lot of people are pissed about the killing thing, though.
Well,
Fuck those
until
people.
you told me more about the backstory, like that's how the comic was, then it's more acceptable. But
Yeah.
I feel like it just makes him more of a slacker if he just kills people, because it's a lot harder to not kill them. That's
No,
what makes it
and I
more
wonder-
extraordinary.
And I wonder how it's going to play out in the future when he faces a Joker and stuff. Why does he just not kill him?
Yeah, probably because people are
Maybe
wondering
he
if he
can't.
killed the Joker
No.
already in like some of the.
Oh, yeah.
So probably made him just go over the edge at that point.
I don't know. I'm sure in the Batman standalone, we're going to see him get more into why he's cross-line and all that.
They didn't explain it too much.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll show him
Maybe
break
they-
his one rule.
Yeah, maybe it'll go a flashback to him breaking his rule. and whatnot.
Yeah, you just really know he retired for some reason, or no.
Plus, I think they added a new Batman mythology that was actually pretty cool. The Batman brand, which is basically like an execution for
Yeah,
criminals.
I like that.
Oh yeah, I thought that was actually a cool addition.
So
as
basically, if like you're a sex trafficker or something, you get the brand and you go to jail. And if the criminals see you with that brand, they'll basically
fucked up.
fucking kill you.
well, oh,
So Batman's not killing
yeah,
them. The criminals
yeah.
are.
He's not killing them. He's just putting them in places where that would kill
Except
them.
for all the people that he shot, like in the face.
Yeah, or
People.
stabbed in the heart at
Or
one
blew
point.
up.
People said.
And plus, one of my biggest concerns going in was Wonder Woman, and I thought she was one of the best parts.
Yeah, I thought
the
so
way they
too.
put her in was very natural. I felt.
They did it very well.
She was one of the many highlights I liked part of the movie that involved her kicking pretty much Doomsday's ass. Like I felt like she could have done a better job than Superman.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, she did do a better job than Superman,
she-
actually.
fucking-
Yeah,
Limbs
without
off
her
and stuff.
lasso of truth at the end, they wouldn't be able to just
That was
pull...
tight when she pulled that out, man.
That was really awesome. It just came out of nowhere. You just see Doomsday
Yeah.
just like, I can't break it.
and
Can't break it.
although I'll agree with everyone, Doomsday looked like garbage.
Absolutely garbage.
But
Looked like a pile of garbage.
But although that, I still loved the Doomsday fight scene. I thought it was really cool.
I thought it was kind of cheesy with the Superman death.
Well, okay, I'll get that. The Superman death was kind of cheesy.
That was so cheesy.
But
Like,
same-
it came
We
out
all
of
knew
nowhere.
we all knew he was coming back. We
Yeah,
all knew
yeah.
he wasn't dying.
When
It was
when
like,
he
what is
did
this?
get killed, yeah, they didn't even like show it him die. I thought it'd been better if he died.
I thought it was just. I think it was a waste for him to do it in this movie.
Yeah, that was a
'Cause-
card they could have saved for
They
later.
should have saved it because
Yeah.
and don't have the dirt move at the end. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
The death of Super,
Oh.
like The Death of Superman is like one of the classic comic book series of like Superman himself.
Yeah, they already played one of the best cards that they could have done.
Oh, it's so dumb.
The
Unless
death
they
of the
kill him
God
for real.
character, no.
But I have a theory why they killed him. Because in The Flash,
to make him more Jesus Christ figure.
that, and it, yes, that. And I kind of have a theory. In The Flash thing, when he's talking about, you were right about Superman and all that, Lois Lane's the key. In the comic books, there's a storyline where, but it's in Earth 2, where Superman goes crazy and starts killing everybody. Like he did in the Vision, he was killing those hostages.
Yeah.
So I have a theory where he might, and Justice League is going to be in Part 1 and Part 2 format. I have a feeling in Justice League Part 2, Superman is going to be the main villain. I feel like Darkseid or something's going to get a hold of him and like control him in some way, or she's going to kill Lois Lane or something.
That would be weird.
I think it'd be tight though, Justice League fighting on, because that. Why would Flash come back and say, you were right about him, Bruce, and all that?
They would have to take a long time to develop that, because they're definitely going to need, one, to get Jason Momoa's Aquaman out of the way, because he looked kind of weird during the camera. Looked a little out of place, like he was like swimming like this.
Oh yeah. I think that was just a weird scene.
That was just
it's going to be a different
they
direction
should have
for the
kept
Aquaman
him like
movie.
in the shadows, like when they show him in the shadows with his lights or whatever. I
Yeah.
thought it was cool. Then like he sprout out like
Yeah, he was probably my least favorite of the video clips they showed.
Yeah.
My favorite was the Cyborg one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm more excited for Cyborg if anything.
And the Flash clip they
And the
showed was
Flash.
pretty cool.
I mean, Wonder Woman's a given because it's already coming out, but I just meant like for
Yeah,
the
that was
other
just
ones.
a picture.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited because we're going to learn more about Wonder Woman and her standalone coming out early 2017.
I just want to see her kick ass so hard.
And they gave us like some
Okay.
hints, like she's like, "Oh, I fought aliens before and stuff." So
I just
I'm
want to see.
excited.
Yeah, I just want to see what her villains are. I just know Ares is one of them. I just need to know the other ones.
I'm excited to learn more. But now it's time to get. Oh, well, actually, what's your guys' positives before we get to the negatives?
My positives, I like the Batman outfit. That was both outfits that he wears. One where he just wears casually,
Yeah.
and the other one, he used to fight Superman, was really cool. And I
The
think
Iron Bat suit.
it was probably the coolest one we've ever seen. And
Definitely.
it's definitely the one that I didn't like seeing in the animated in the DC movies. Like I thought it always looked weird, but on screen it looked a lot
great.
cool.
Yeah, Bat Iron Man type thing.
And Wonder Woman, I really liked Wonder Woman. And maybe it's just mostly Bruce Wayne. It's
He did make the movie.
all the parts I really do not like are involve Superman into it.
Mostly me for Lois Lane.
And Lois Lane, and she throws a spear into a pool of water.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Then she leaves, and then she realizes, oh, we need that spear. Gotta run back and get that spear. Oh no, I'm trapped by debris. I need
Retard.
Superman. And then and people are saying this online too. They were saying like, if he can hear Lois Lane drowning, how come he couldn't find his mom like when she was kidnapped?
Yeah, right.
It didn't make fucking sense.
Because his mom sucks.
I mean, it was cool seeing Batman take everyone down, but it's just like,
Really also cool to see Superman take everyone down, I guess.
But didn't she get hostage like in the first Man of Steel movie? His mom.
No, Lois did, I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if his
Yeah,
mom.
Zod
Was,
captures Lois.
'cause aren't you like isn't like his mom like one of his like rage
No, yeah.
like starters for like Superman? Like you never fuck with his mom.
I
Like,
feel
at
like they
all.
mention
Like,
his mom in the
supposed-
first movie and he just goes like crazy or something.
Yeah. I at least I thought he did, and
Something like that definitely happens, you're right.
because I thought it was Lois and his mom are mostly like the people like he
Dude,
really.
even in Batman vs Superman, he saves Lois too many times. I would just let her die after
Yeah,
a
I
while.
know. I'm like, you're just a liability, Lois.
I agree, but Paulo, any positives for you from this movie?
Absolutely. I was gonna say, I really liked Ben Affleck as Batman. I thought he did a really good job of making him just like this angry, like way darker Batman than we've ever seen before. And also, I really like the part where I was wondering the whole film how they were gonna have either Batman or Superman choose to show mercy on each other, because like they would have to at one point.
Yeah.
And the way they did it, like how they humanized Superman to Batman, just that's his mother name. That's his
Yeah,
mother name.
that was
That's
a good.
my mother.
I thought that was good too.
I liked it because he's batshit about his.
I had like a half tear
Yeah.
forming in my eye at that. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Okay.
The The tears were flowing, man, at that point.
How has no comic book nerd ever noticed that? That their mothers have the same name.
I totally forgot. It's just
Do they really?
Yeah.
Is that like totally comic book canon?
I
Wow.
thought I never knew that.
Holy shit.
It's usually like the people that die, like the parents.
That's
like,
way.
oh,
That's
they
even
di-
cooler then.
I agree.
They're brothers.
But yeah, I guess now we're going to move to the negatives. Personally, I have quite a few. One, the editing was pretty janky.
I agree.
I could totally tell that. Remember a while
They
back?
took a lot of good shit out, like Superman stealing or Batman stealing the kryptonite and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, a couple weeks ago we reported that the Blu-ray is going to be rated R in 3 hours. I now realize they didn't cut the movie for R rating. They cut it just so it's shorter in theaters.
I agree.
Zack Snyder, I totally tell he made a 3-hour movie in the studio, just cut it down. And I can't blame him because they don't want the movie to be 3 hours. But I
Should've
feel like
made
they
it 3 hours.
they just cut
Two
it bad. They
movies.
cut it bad, dude. They left in some stuff they should have taken out, and they took out some stuff they should have left
Batman
in.
versus Superman have a movie, then Dawn of Justice for another movie. It's not that hard.
That would have been tight, honestly.
That
No.
even though I wouldn't recommend it, just having like origin stories for all the characters, but like if you can make a good 2.5 hour, like almost 3 hour movie where you get the superheroes like forming a team.
Yeah. And I gotta say, the story itself, it definitely had a lot of flaws, but I was still entertained throughout the whole thing. Don't get me wrong. And I thought,
I was too. Don't get me wrong, as well.
and I still think it was one thing I hate about the movie is such a cheap cop out how he found out about the Justice League. I did like the clips they showed, but just him finding it on Lex's flash drive.
And he
was-
sends it to
Wonder
Wonder Woman, who he was spying on, and she didn't know he was spying on him. He was like, "Hey, who are you? I know this shit about you. I'm gonna send you Lex Luthor top security information randomly." Like, why?
And of course, the biggest reason I feel like everyone hates this movie, Lex Luthor.
And for good reason, for damn good fucking reason. The worst
We-
casting I've ever seen.
We
in my
all
life.
wanted the menacing Lex Luthor, Bryan Cranston style, darker.
the businessman, the
But, yeah.
calmer one.
Instead, we get literally a coked out, spoiled brat,
That's
somewhat
the son of that cool,
somewhat
Lex
insane.
It seemed like it could have been played by Michael Cera.
Luthor. Yeah,
That would have been
literally.
more ridiculous, but
Like it was just a joke.
and I could tell like they tried hard to make him seem insane, but he just looked like an idiot. Like the scene that we always keep making fun of at the end, where he's like ding ding ding
ding, 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 ding.
God.
So fucking dumb.
To go home.
Like I could tell what they were going for, but
Steven was just
but
laughing at
he
that
just
one.
was not the guy to pull it off.
He was trying to go with the Riddler complex. I
Give it
felt
a
like
few years there.
Jim Carrey could have played his role too, because he was trying to get that weird, like
Yeah.
coked up, freaky,
They're literally going for like a coked up billionaire. And
socially
it didn't work.
awkward guy.
They should, like, I like the risk that they tried, but because I like taking risks, but they just missed the
I
ball
thought
on
he
this
just
one.
nailed the audition room like somehow.
Yeah,
way
what?
back.
I want to know what happened backstage to
Show me
make
that
it.
audition tape. Did you suck someone off?
Can you act like you're on coke?
I just don't understand why they went with
I
this.
am right now.
But like, why did they go with this with Lex Luthor? I don't understand why they went with his son. Like,
It's more relevant, maybe. I
how
don't
is
know.
that more relevant? You could have just had Lex Luthor this time period, growing up in this time period, at prominent. He rebuilds Metropolis from the ground up with his money. That's how people will like him. That's like the
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston businessman Lex Luthor is. Oh,
And I did
they
hate
fucked
him,
up. They
but
fucked up.
I did not hate him nearly as much as I thought I was going to because of the trailers. I
Oh,
thought
I
it was
hate
gonna,
him way more
it was
than
going
I
to
thought
be.
it was going
I thought it was going to be Abomination, but there was like hints of, like decent character. Like when he was obsessing over the kryptonite, I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was like the best scene he put on in that whole
No,
movie.
I mean, Lex Luthor would probably do that. I'm
No,
not
yeah.
saying, but that's not hard to do.
No, I'm just saying, just like I
I'm
just thought
just
that was a
saying-
nice scene. I could picture it like from the comic panels, you know. What I'm
Based
saying?
on, yeah, it's just Lex Luthor gets like he gets more screen time than Superman in his own fucking spin-off movie that was supposed to be. Like, it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. And most of the time he's just acting socially awkward in a dumb voice, and we all want to punch him.
No, actually, I was going to get to that. I was wondering, What if they literally were trying to make such a bad Lex Luthor that we get like such a subconscious like thrill when Superman finally like kicks his ass?
Oh, maybe. That's what made Game of Thrones appealing, because they had one of the coolest villains, which was like a douchey little kid king and whatnot. Like, it was just so satisfying, like stuff that happens to him. And his
When he gets
family.
raped.
That could be like the only motivation I could see him doing this, but other than that, I don't know what they're
No.
thinking.
And what happened to Lex Luthor? Like the dad himself, like is he dead or is he? Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. So he inherited all this. But like how? Like do they make it seem like?
I don't know why it's necessary to make it Lex Luthor Jr.
He poisoned his dad.
He's just. I like Lex Luthor because he's like as smart as Batman almost, if not smarter. He's like as smart as Reed Richards.
Now that he has the knowledge
like,
of
smart.
the universe, he's
Yeah, now
probably
he has the
smarter.
whole knowledge of the universe.
How does he memorize the whole? Oh, it's so stupid. So dumb. So dumb.
I don't
Zod
think-
ship is pretty much what made the plot device. Zod ship should just be named SS plot device.
Plot device. Insert plot device here.
I can clone and make subhuman or Superman species, Kryptonian species, but I must invade Earth and rebuild my society. It's like, why? I don't know. I felt there was a whole dumb process with the cloning genetic I don't know.
To the resurrection of Zod. Creating the Doomsday thing.
Yeah, the fucking Doomsday, goddamn.
They ruined Doomsday. But at least they ruined Brainiac. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah. They could ruin Brainiac, though. They
But
could.
I don't understand because the Doomsday design was so bad. But I thought like for the Darkseid henchmen they show in the Vision, those
The
looked really
talented
tight.
people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they looked really tight.
Yeah, that was when the movie started to lose me for good. I was just like at that point it was like that one moment. At that point I was like, am I too big to understand what's going on? Like I
Yeah,
thought
what the
like
hell's
literally
happening
I
here?
thought it was me like the problem with this movie, and then I was just like, oh no, it's just that's the movie.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool. Yeah, it kind of gives you that hopeless feel, like Black Angels and stuff like that, or whatever. The thing that Lex Luthor Jr. was praising about the gospel and shit.
Yeah. And I'm going to see the rated R 3-hour version. I'm going to see how much it helps.
Yeah, I'll
this.
see it too. It interests me enough.
And I want to see, and they promised mostly action with this added scene, so I want to see what action they added.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's mostly in the Doomsday fight. It's going to be mostly in Batman and Superman fight. Who knows?
Hopefully Batman vs Superman because it was short as fuck.
Plus, one thing, one thing to look forward to is I know when he looks at the Robin outfit, it was supposed to go to a flashback of
Oh yeah.
Joker killing Jason Todd.
Yeah.
But they cut it from the film. That's going to be cool to see on the DVD.
That would.
I
be
think they
pretty cool.
honestly should just let that quick scene in. I think it was too violent, though,
Yeah, I agree.
to include the Joker.
Uh,
But despite all its flaws and whatnot, I was still very entertained. So I would have to give it a dank minus overall. And it keeps me very excited for Justice League. Although I will say, if Justice League makes the same mistakes twice, I will not be as forgiving.
and for me, I would have to give it a mid plus. It was enough for me. Like it was a good.
hipster.
It was a good movie. It was a decent movie to pay a ticket and go and see because I was entertained. But that's all. I mean, it doesn't keep me thinking. Like
It was nothing on the
like
Dark
Captain
Knight
America.
Rises.
Captain America 2 or something with the government and shit like that. The stuff they talk about. Like I don't know.
It was definitely not on the Dark Knight level at
Yeah,
all.
but it does have potential, especially for the Batman.
Yeah, especially for the Batman, directed by Ben Affleck.
It's worth seeing again just for Batman. I feel like
Definitely.
that's a problem.
I would personally give it a wax because it was sick as fuck.
Wags.
Yes.
Noise. That'll do it for this week's episode. Thank you all for listening. Stay tuned because next week we're going to have a review for The Division. And, spoiler, I'm iffy on it. And in a couple weeks from now, the Blu-ray for Star Wars Force Awakens comes out. And we're going to put together a video reviewing and breaking down the lightsaber fight between Kylo Ren and Rey to set the record straight for the internet.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that as well.
That's actually gonna be a nice, fun project.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Plus, very soon we're going to have our Mortal Kombat tournament on the channel. And as I announced last couple weeks, stonerman.net is currently down. We are in the process of making stonerman.com. It's going to be new and improved and badass. It's probably going to come, if I had to give an estimate, 2 to 3 weeks from now. So stay tuned. It's going to be badass. And the podcast will still be coming up to you guys weekly. So comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, stay lifted, my friends.
Good night, America, and good luck.
See you guys. You guys have an awesome, chill-ass day, and may the force be with you.
Always.
Forever.